Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday, happy new week, happy new day. I hope you are all well today, doing some cleansing and clearing, release any negative energies in this space. I love to work with my sage and have this going good today. Matter of fact, I'm going to light it a little more. Hope it continues to burn well. Thank you for joining me today. Please share this with others so they can join our community, our chats, our talks, and help them find whatever they might need to find. So thank you for joining me today. All right, got the citrine going. The sage going. I am going to talk about citrine today. Hi, Mary, welcome. Hi, Shelley, welcome. Hello. Please come on in. Hi, Rhonda. The glare here is just a little bit, so I will do my best to see the comments as they go by. Hi, Betty. I wanted to be outside today, so let me see if I can adjust this just a little bit. There we go. All right. Wanted to be outside today in the fresh air. It is going to get warm here again, so wanted to do this early also because of that. So welcome, Janae. We've got Annette, Eileen. Welcome. If I missed your name, please forgive me. So come on in today. Today we are talking about two things that have come up for questions, and I wanted to just go over that today, talk about these things. First is we are going to compare and contrast Moonstone and Sunstone. Two awesome crystals to work with. And we are also going to talk about the differences of heat-treated and natural citrine. That's a big question that comes up all the time. So we'll discuss that also. And we'll see where this goes and see what happens. So come on in. Hello. Thanks for joining today. Kimberly, Carla, welcome, Carol. Thanks for joining. All right. Like I said, my comments are a little bit hard to see, so we'll do the best we can. Because of the light out here, it is glary, so maybe if I do it like that, it'll be better. So, Janae, you're hoping for some help with healing for multiple sclerosis. I'll send you peace, love, and light. I'll put you on my prayer list. As far as crystals go right now, I'll have to think about that. If you're looking for crystal support for that as well, I'll have to think about that a little bit and get back with you. So, hello, Julia and Colleen. Welcome. Thanks for joining. So please share this with others. I do appreciate that. So today, first off, we're going to talk about Moonstone and Sunstone. So crystal chat today. Sometimes the chats are more deep spiritual rooted, and sometimes they are more crystal related. So today is more of a crystal chat. And so I'm going to start off the chat with talking about Moonstone and Sunstone. Now there's a lot of different varieties of Moonstone. And today I'm just talking about the regular plain Moonstone. It's just kind of a yellowish, creamy, whitish Moonstone, that one. Someday I'll do a show on all the Moonstones so you can really get a feel for all the differences in all the Moonstones, because there are quite a few different Moonstones, and it's good to know which ones to use when. But today, this is the Moonstone we're talking about. So I'll start off with the Sunstone Moonstone question that came up a while ago. I'm going down my list of questions that have come along. Crystal or spiritual, either one, and or healing, whatever. And so this is the next in queue for our chat. Really quickly, next week, I'm going to do a show on shadow work, what that is, how to help yourself with it, and more in depth with it. So shadow work. That will be the theme of the discussion next week. So, all right. So, welcome. Thanks for joining today. Wow, we've got a great group. Awesome to see everybody. Kunjan, Susan, Lori, Barbara. Welcome. Eileen, you're feeling very green. It's cold and raining. Oh my goodness. Hope you're feeling better. Sending you love and light too. If I miss somebody's comment, I'm sorry. I will go back and re-look at these. I always do. Okay, so Moonstone. Let me start with Moonstone. We're going to talk about the differences between Moonstone and Sunstone. Moonstone is a very creamy, kind of yellowish, whitish. It's got a shimmer to it. All Moonstones have a shimmer to it. The Moonstone is connected to the divine energy of the feminine goddesses, divine feminine. The moon energy. It's very connected to moon energy. It helps with new beginnings, and that's really good if you do ritual work or if you do moon work, like around the moon cycles. This is good for the new beginnings, the new moon. But I also love to personally bring these out for full moon and new moon. My personal preference is full moon, new moon, and to help with any ceremonies that I might do then of the releasing or the abundance, prosperity type work during the new moon. So bring out your Moonstone during moon work because it enhances whatever it is you're doing. So Moonstone, beautiful, beautiful shimmer. Here's one that's a little bit darker, but see the differences? These are both Moonstone. These are very, very connected to moon energy, and they remind us that everything is a cycle. The moon goes through a cycle, but this also is very feminine, and it reminds us of the female cycles, and it helps with all the female cycles that the women go through, all throughout her whole life, and through the cycles of each of those phases. So it's very good for the female reproductive system in all areas, pregnancy, infertility, menopause, all cycles for the female. So it is very calming. I hope you can see it well enough. The lighting is, I'm in the shade because it's already getting warm. It is, yes, it is almost like ivory. That's a good way to say that, Carol. I like that. It reminds us, it's very calming and very soothing to emotions. Very calming. I always recommend this if you're under stress, anxiety, depressed, to help calm those emotions. It is said to help with increasing psychic abilities and the clairvoyance. And that is also part of the divine feminine energy. So bring that out during your moon work or your, if you're trying to enhance psychic abilities. You all have them in you. You just need to bring them out if you haven't yet. Maybe you've seen some indications of them, but they're all in there. They're just kind of dormant until you start working with it. So it can enhance your psychic abilities and develop your clairvoyance. It enhances dream work. So if you're interested in working with dreams more closely, in understanding your dreams, remembering your dreams, really focusing on dream work, Moonstone is a great crystal to work with for that. It opens your mind to help you see synchronicities, which is really good because when you see synchronicities and you're just like, that's really interesting, it helps you understand more of how that's connected to whatever it is that you need to see, whatever kind of messages that come through for you. So I love synchronicities, and I love seeing the messages that the divine sends us. And it's like a confirmation or a sign or an indication of a direction, or it's a confirmation of something that we need, that we're questioning. So synchronicities are a big thing. I love them. Let's see, what else does this little good little gem do? It helps with the digestion area. It helps with removing toxins, and I also recommend this to help with insomnia too. So Moonstone, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Moonstone. And I've been out of them for quite some time, so I'm glad I finally found some Moonstone. Just regular Moonstone, because we've had a lot of the other varieties for a long time. But I'm glad I finally found some Moonstone. So you can bring that into your own healing work, your own ritual work. It is a good stone to have on hand and use in your own practices. Let me take a quick sip of tea. this weekend I was in a lot of heavy, heavy negative energy. And I wore a lot of protection and had my angels helping me throughout all of it. It still did affect me to a little bit of an extent. So yesterday when I got home, I lit up the sage. Like I was up in smoke with sage, man. I was just like bombing myself with the sage, and I carried a big chunk of tourmaline with me all day yesterday, and ocean jasper too. And I'm still clearing and cleansing some of that energy away from me. But it's good. When you know what to do, it's good. It's good. So, all right, little side story, sorry. Sunstone. So the question that originally came up was, what are the differences between Moonstone and Sunstone, and when can you use them? So again, Moonstone, great for if you need calming. It's something you can carry day or night, all the time. Use it during your moon work if you need extra support in helping calming emotions or any of the female issues, that kind of thing. Then use it when needed. Sunstone, very different energy. Sunstone, on the other hand, is the divine masculine son of the gods, the sun gods. Very masculine, very powerful, very uplifting, very confident, very energetic. This is also very joyful. So very energetic. If you're feeling kind of in a slump and you need a boost of energy, Sunstone really packs a punch of energy. Brings in self-worth, self-confidence. If you're struggling with that kind of thing, I think a lot of us do from time to time. I myself go through it from time to time, and I've got to reset myself when I get through that, when I go through that. When you reset yourself, you rebalance yourself, the energies in those areas, so you become stable again. So if you need confidence, Sunstone, it's a little easier to see the big one than the small one, so I'll just hold him up. Sunstone is really good for that. Very inspirational, brings in a lot of creativity. So it overcomes confidence issues, self-worth issues, all that kind of stuff. It's the divine masculine, so very feminine, very masculine. And it brings you that warmth feeling of the sun. When you're in the sun, you feel, I don't know about you, but I feel, if I spend some time in the sun, I feel very energetic, very confident, just being in the sunlight. And this brings that to you if you're not able to be outside in the sun. I've got a fly here bothering me. Also said to bring luck and good fortune. I've not used it for that, although it is very energetic, so I can see how this would aid to an abundance grid very nicely. So it removes hooks, attachments, cords, whatever you want to call that, from others that might have been attached to you that leave you feeling drained. Now, have you ever been around somebody who just drains your energy for whatever reason? Maybe they're ill, maybe they're just stuck in a negative cycle, maybe they're just in a bad place. Sometimes that can be very draining to your energy. Use a sunstone to release those cords, release those hooks. Ask Archangel Michael to help you in that process. But you can use a sunstone to help you do that too, in your cord releasing ceremonies. And when I do this, that's what I'm doing. I'm brushing off that stuff, brushing off the hooks, brushing off the negative energies. So so use some sunstone for that. It also helps you to say no when you need to say no. There's a lot of times we are under pressure to conform, to confine, to just say yes, 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 I'll do it, yes, yeah. When it's not truly in your heart, when you really want to say no and you can't verbally say it. I've been through that. I'm sure a lot of you have been through that. there was a time when I was involved in a church group many years ago, and they always said, can you do this? Can you do this? Can you do this? And it got so overwhelming to me. I had a hard time saying no. And this will help you be true to yourself and say no when you need to say no. So Sunstone is very good in that regard. If you need to say no about something in your heart, you're having a hard time saying it, get out your Sunstone, hold it for a while, work with it for a while, meditate for a while with it for a while, and you'll feel empowered enough to say no when you need to say no. We all have times we need to say no, and we need to be true to ourselves when we need to say no. So we've got little Emma and JJ over there talking about something over there, so sorry about the distraction. It helps remove codependency also and help you stand on your own 2 feet in your independence, because it is very, very, very confident, right? So it helps remove all that stuff. So it helps you stand on your own 2 feet and feel confident and feel good about yourself. So it is really, really good. It brings out, when you're feeling kind of in a dark mood, it helps you lift that out, lift your spirits. I think of like in the winter time when we kind of go through the doldrums in the winter time, and you lack that sun energy. Bring out your Sunstone and work with it then. It's very stimulating and helps you bring out that funk. You know, that Penny. Sorry, Penny. Hey. I think somebody's walking along the back fence back there. So it helps you stimulate your energy when you're feeling that kind of funk where you're just kind of like drained and you need an extra boost. So Sunstone is really good for that. It also helps you with your self-healing. It helps you with your self-healing, helps the nervous system. It brings harmony to your organs and lifts depression and removes aches and pains. So, Penny, hey, please stop. She looks at me like, Mom, come on. Now that's enough. I know. Yeah, she's looking at me like... So Sunstone you can use anytime you feel the need. We all have our moments when we might need that support. You can, if you have sun rituals that you do, if you have sun ceremonies that you do, bring out your Sunstone with that too. This one, the Moonstone, I had mentioned you can use 24/7, the day or the night, it's fine. The Sunstone, I would suggest during the daytime only. At nighttime, you might find it a bit too energetic to sleep, so I would keep that only daytime use. Okay? So... yeah, only daytime use for the Sunstone. So I hope that helped clear up some questions about the Sunstone, Moonstone, and differences between them. Great crystals to have in your collection for your work, your own self-work. So let's see here what other kind of comments we have. And then I'll talk about citrine, the difference between heat-treated and natural, because that's a big question that always comes up. Oh, thank you, Kunjan. Thank you. Love the Sunstone. Yes, me too, Sherry. Oh, yes. Let's see here. Oh, my goodness, Janae. Yes, great. All right. Releasing negative at your front door. There's a lot of good crystals to put at your front door to release negative energies, and tourmaline, any of the black crystals. Tourmaline, if you want to bring in joy and abundance, put some citrine by your front door. So I'll talk about citrine in just a moment. Sorry, JJ's drinking his water out here. That's what happens when I'm outside. The dogs aid to the noise. I'm sorry if it's distracting. But it is beautiful to be in the fresh air, and sometimes we see some magical stuff happen, so you never know. Rebecca, you always carry 3 crystals with you for protection: tourmaline, smoky quartz, and hematite. Yes, yes. I had 4 bracelets on over the weekend. It was super, super heavy, heavy energy over the weekend, and I did pretty well, but I still needed to cleanse and clear when I came home. So listen to your body and what it needs. Listen to it and honor what it needs. Listen to yourself. If you need to rest, rest. If you need to cleanse things, cleanse it. If you need to release, release. Whatever it is, listen to your body and honor it. So, no is a complete sentence. That's true, Michelle. That's true. Yep. Rebecca, you're going to start carrying your sunstone more. Oh, yeah. And let us know in the group, too. Those of you who are not in my group, Crystalline Sage, please go join that. And let us know what you've learned by working with the crystals, the ones that I've suggested or the ones you just work with on your own. Let us know in the group what happens, what helps, what doesn't, all that stuff, because we learn from each other. It's literally impossible to use every single crystal all the time. So let us know what you prefer, what you work with, what helps, so we know. We can learn from each other. There's thousands of crystals out there. So, I've used a lot of them, and I share what I have learned with you. But I still learn from a lot of you, too. That's how I started working with the Ocean Jasper, is one of our members came to the group and mentioned her experience with it. And I was like, wow, okay, so I tried it. And I've been using it ever since. So do that. Let us know what you're working with, what you're learning from your crystal experiences. Put it in the group. Start a conversation. Colleen, yes, I do have sunstones available, so message me and I will show you pictures. Yeah, and the moonstones too. So, yes, Sherry, yes. Sunstone, bigger pieces. Finally got some back, so message me about purchasing any moonstone or sunstone. Any purchases, just send me a message. I'll get to you later today. Yeah. Hey, Lily. Hey, hey, hey. Eileen, wearing a combo of sunstone and moonstone is a good balance. Is a good balance. Very good balance. Yes, it would be, because you have the masculine, feminine energies. And you have that calming, soothing, but you have that energetic too at the same time. So if you are feeling that you need both at the same time, you may use both at the same time. If you're feeling like you really need to work on the sunstone energies more so, focus on that first. And then if you're feeling like you really need some calming energies of the moonstone, focus on that first. Get that centered and balanced, and then use both. You can use both at the same time, yeah. Great question. Yes, you may use both at the same time. But again, if you feel like you're drawn to one or the other for certain reasons, whatever reasons, then work with that for a while until you feel more stable in that area that you need help with. And then you can use both at the same time and keep that balance together. So, Lisa, do I have any sunstone jewelry? I have sunstone bracelets. So if you want to see pictures of those, you can send me a message on that too. Yeah. So citrine, and then I will have announcements at the end of what's coming up this week too. Citrine was the next question on the list that I wanted to address today. Citrine is a big topic for a lot of people because it is very confusing. And I just want to do my best to clear it up. So first I'm going to talk about citrine in general, and then I'm going to talk about the 2 differences of the citrine varieties out there. Citrine is I'm going to show you both at the same time also. Both heat treated, natural. I'll tell you the differences and how to tell in just a minute. Citrine is a very joyful crystal, brings joy to your life. This is great in abundance work. It is one of the most powerful ones, along with pyrite and a couple others, to bring in abundance. If you're working on manifestation rituals, if you have an abundance grid, put citrine in some capacity in your abundance grid. If you're trying to just feel joyful all around, wear citrine. Carry it with you if you're lacking of joy. It is part of the quartz family. So it has some of the characteristics of quartz. Is very, very hard crystal. It can be rinsed in water. This also brings self-confidence. This, to me, brings an abundance of self-confidence very quickly. This is a little bit not so much in your face. You know what I mean? Not so powerful as the Sunstone as far as self-confidence. It will help you with that area, but in an easier way. So if you need self-confidence and you really need to work on self-confidence, maybe you need the Sunstone. But citrine will help with that, but it's a little bit softer. A little bit softer. Helps you with self-esteem, same thing. Helps improve motivation, brings in energy, helps with creativity, brings clarity. It helps bring emotional balance. It is a very joyful crystal to work with. It helps digestion areas, kidneys, bladders, circulation, helps warm the body also. So the differences between heat-treated and natural. Now, a heat-treated citrine, and anytime I sell citrine, I'll tell you if it's heat-treated or if it's natural. A lot of people like to say that heat-treated is fake. I don't like the word fake because it is still a natural stone. However, it has been man-altered. It's altered. Its state has been altered. Heat-treated citrine started off as an amethyst, typically very light amethyst. And they heat it for a period of time at a high temperature, and it becomes citrine. Heat-treated citrine is very bright yellow or orangey yellow. Very bright yellow or orangey yellow. I am going to try heat treating this one myself, and I'll let you know the results. So you see those big cathedrals in the gem shows that are very orangey yellow, they call citrine. Those are heat treated citrine. Now, I only like to see you use the word fake is if it's sold in a deceptive manner and not disclosed that it's heat treated. It's man altered. It's still a true crystal. It's just been altered. I am not a gemologist. I am not a geologist. I'm not a mineralologist. But what I have read in the past as heating it changes the molecular structure to mimic that of citrine. Not only the color, but the structure. Like I said, I'm not a gemologist or geologist, so I don't know for sure, but that's what I've read. But I have used heat-treated citrine. I wear it all the time. This is mine. I wear it all the time. It is very difficult to find natural citrine bracelets, jewelry, because of the cost. I have used heat-treated citrine in my abundance work, in my joy work, all of that stuff with great success. Some people don't like man-altered crystals or man-made crystals. This is not a man-made crystal. It is a man-altered crystal. And that's okay. Everybody has their own preferences. A lot of people just like completely natural, and that's fine. It's all up to you. I'm not going to tell you what way to like, which to prefer. That's your choice. You have to make your own decisions on that. I'll take your questions here in just a second. Now, natural citrine, unheat treated, just natural grown citrine. Now these heat treated ones are cheaper and more easily obtainable. That's why there's so many out there. Natural citrine is very pale yellow or sometimes a smoky yellow. I don't have example of the smoky citrine that I brought out today. But it's very pale in comparison. See the difference? Can you tell the difference? Heat treated, natural. Now, natural citrine is very effective, again, for the abundance work, the abundance rituals, bringing in joy and all that stuff. In my personal abundance grid, I have both natural and heat treated in my abundance grid. I've used both for a very long time. So I personally don't have issues with it, but I just wanted to bring clarity about what it is, because a lot of people are very confused about when I say heat treated, what does that mean? Okay, I hope that helped. Let me check your questions and see. And I really don't like the word fake. A lot of people use the word fake. It's just man altered. It's still a crystal. It's just altered. If you create something fake and you're deceptive about it, then that's a different story. If you're trying to sell something that is not really what you're saying is to be true. You know what I mean? So I think that word fake is used in that regard, but it's overused because it's not very clear when you see these things that it's man-altered. It's still a crystal. It's man-altered. So let's see what your questions are about this. All right, so, do you hear the pigeon out here? I love him. Rebecca, I do have Sunstone bracelets. You can message me later about that, yeah. Adelina, you just got the Palo Santo. What is it for? The Palo Santo, I don't have one out here for you today. Palo Santo sticks or Palo Santo spray is excellent for reducing or relieving negative energy. Works like sage, although it is a more sweeter scent than sage. The Palo Santo spray releases negative energy if you don't want to use smoke or if you can't handle the smoke. So spray is a good alternative of that, just releasing and reducing negative energy around your space or yourself. So, crystal bracelets and the ones for cold and the cold season and how to use them. Cold and flu season are upon us already. Moss agate, I think that's what you're asking me about, and fluorite. Wear them daily in cold and flu season to help you prevent getting those, if you do get them, to help you get over them quicker. I use sage quite often around myself. I wear these daily during this period of time. I'm talking 6 months of the year, every day. I even sleep with them if there is somebody in my household that might have cold or flu. Now, my husband and my daughter just got over it. That's why I say it's already upon us. Got over a cold and the flu. Not the flu, but the cold. They both had a cold. So I doubled up on my moss agate, and I had 2 fluorites on, and I saged myself often. I saged the inside of the house, the outside of the house, and prevented myself from getting that. I keep suggesting to these two, what you got to do, what you got to do. They don't want to listen to me. They'd rather take the pills and try and go over it with that way. So that's their thing. That's fine. But I prefer to prevent it to begin with. So I wear these all the time during the next 6 months, starting now. Yeah. Janae, Sunstone will probably be your first purchase to purchase right now because of the fatigue with multiple sclerosis. Yeah, fatigue. Yeah, it could definitely help boost your energy, that's for sure. And look up some of the references too for MS to see what crystals support that. I can't think of offhand what that might be, but actually that might be one of them. Yeah. Hi, Thea. Welcome. Barbara, when you're dealing with negative energy, you hold a selenite in your left hand, non-dominant, yes, and tourmaline in your right hand and dominant hand. That's a beautiful energy, selenite and tourmaline. I love that combination. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And a comment on the dominant, non-dominant hands is your non-dominant hand is your receptive hand, your receiving energy, and your non-dominant is your releasing energy. So you don't have to get that technical into it, but those of you who want to know the difference, you can use that added little bit. I tend to always just intuitively wear protective crystals on my non-dominant hand and crystals that I want to receive their benefits with my my non-dominant hand. So I'm receiving on the non-dominant and I'm releasing on the dominant hand. I hope I said that right. Hope I didn't confuse you more with that. Hi Karen, yeah, just catch the replay. Yeah. It looks like amber to you, a lot like amber to you. Was it, which one? This one that looks like amber to you? Which one, Carol? And amber is very different looking than this. I probably should have brought an amber out for you to see the difference of that. Hi Mitra, welcome. Yes, sending you peace, love, and light. All those in need, definitely. Rebecca, does the heat treated citrine change its healing abilities? I use both. Like I said, I've used both. I have had success with both. That's something that you probably need to try on your own. Try a heat treated citrine. See if you notice anything with it. Try a natural. See if you notice differences. Write it down in a journal. See if you work with it for about a week and then work with one of these for about a week and see if you compare your notes and see if you notice any differences. Hi, Sharon. Janae, you have an orange colored crystal. Would that be citrine? I have to see pictures of it really to tell you. Some of the citrine, this one's hard to see in the camera. This is kind of orangey in the center there. This is one that was heat treated. So if you see these kinds that are really orangey, those are probably citrine, heat treated citrine. Isn't that the quail saying Chicago, Chicago? Oh, Kristen, you love your tinctures. Wonderful. All right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are welcome. Yes, Carol, the bracelet looks like amber. Yeah, that's citrine, heat-treated citrine. An amber bracelet would be very costly. And I personally have not seen any jewelry with natural citrine because it would be very costly. Natural citrine is much more expensive than heat-treated citrine. So if somebody's telling you that it's natural, look at the color. Look at the color. And if they're telling you it's natural and it's very inexpensive, question that, because there is a big price difference from the natural and the heat-treated. These are very readily available, and that's what they use to make the heat-treated citrine. The natural is not readily available. It's just a limited amount in Mother Earth. So it is more expensive. So you just compare the color, compare the price, and make your own judgment call on it. And try both. Try both and see what you think about the energy. I use this quite often myself. I wear this one a lot. So, like I said, personally, I don't have any issues with it. But some people don't want any man-altered crystals in their collection, and that's okay. Manaltered can be heated for a different color. They can be dyed. I'm just talking about other man-altered things out there. So man-altered can be dyed. It can be heated, cooled. It can be other crystals formed into another crystal, like goldstone is man-created components of other crystals put together. Opalite is a man-created crystal, so there's a lot of different ones out there. Just if you're aware of it, though, they all do have their own energies. If you like working with it, great. If you don't, great. It's up to you. It's your choice. You know? So, yeah. Okay, so I hope that helped in those two questions. Please share this with others so they can learn, they can join our community. I do appreciate that. What's coming up next week for our spiritual chat is we're going to talk about shadow work, what that means, what that is, and to help you deal with healing some of that if you choose to do so. This week we have Wednesday is going to be bracelet sale day. I've got a lot of new bracelets, so watch for that Wednesday. Thursday will be crystal sale Thursday at 11 a.m. I'm back on track with my shows, so it should be pretty regular for quite a while now. So thank you for joining me. If you're not in my group Crystalline Sage, please feel free to join that. I will go approve you after the show, and anybody wanted to see pictures or anything for purchase, just send me a message on that today too, and we'll get to you as soon as I can. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Janae is here. You live in Idaho and find natural crystals when you will be hiking through the mountains. Yeah, that's beautiful. When you just find natural crystals on a hike, just give thanks to Mother Earth for that beautiful gift. It's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah. So, oh, you're welcome. Yes, Karen. Yes, yes, yes. So I hope to all see you next week for shadow work, and we will catch up with you then. I always appreciate your comments, your participation, and your support, and it's being here. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you all soon. Have an awesome week this week, and I hope you work with your citrine to find your joy if you have a struggle with the week, and or if you need energy with your Sunstone, or calming with your Moonstone. So all three are great for a work week, right, in any capacity. So take that with you and have an awesome, blessed day. I'll talk to you soon. Thank you. Namaste. Bye.